Good morning, family. Happy Thursday to you. Hope all is well. And if it's not, it will be soon getting well. So, I want to make this video real quick. I want to talk about a situation. And for the sake of this conversation, I'll use Chick-fil-A as an example. But this goes across the board. So for years, the founder of Chick-fil-A donated money to organizations who opposed marriage equality and who gave money to organizations that believed in conversion therapy, which we've proven, or science has proven, absolutely does not work, and that it's more harmful to people than it is helpful. And that a lot of people most people who have been through conversion therapy says, like they've literally been through it, says it does not work. And then there are people who have gone through it and then they act like it works. They preach it, they pro conversion therapy, and then later on you find out they've been doing the same stuff the whole time, just been hiding it. So my thought is this. Well, I have many thoughts. If you don't like the fact that Chick-fil-A gives money to anti-LGBTQ, all the other letters, organizations, don't support Chick-fil-A. Now, earlier this week, Chick-fil-A reversed that and said they were going to start giving their donations to other smaller organizations who could better help things like homelessness and things of that nature. So the Christian right, the how can I say this? The really crazy Christian right went so hard against it that Chick-fil-A quickly, like within a day's time, reversed its stance. Now, the same thing I said about the LGBTQ community, if Chick-fil-A decides not to do that and you don't support that, just don't eat at Chick-fil-A. Now, either way, you have the right to vocalize, to protest, whatever the case may be. Now, I've heard people often say that, well, let me say this. I know that a lot of times people jump on bandwagons, and when someone says something, they just go with it. They go with the crowd. That's a mob mentality. And they talk about how strong the LGBTQ, all those letters, community is, and, don't go up against them because they have this strong, this and the other. But let me tell you something. That right-wing Christian, the far anti-whatever it is, Christian right, if you have any common sense, they are far worse than the LGBTQ agenda, whatever you call it, this and other. Talk about getting stuff done. But I guess my issue is this. We talk about rights. We talk about people. We talk about loving people and the rights of people. And according to the Constitution, that's a whole nother issue, but citizens of this country have certain inalienable rights. Just because you are a human, you have rights. It's not about gay marriage, it's marriage equality. If you don't believe in marriage equality, if you don't believe that two consenting adults have the right to express their love any way they want, there's an issue with you. And so, if you don't believe in same-sex marriage, don't marry someone of the same sex. It's just plain and simple. But people in this country have the right to live as free as they want, whether you like it or not. And this is the issue I have, and the reason I use Chick-fil-A. The LGBTQI, however many letters. Now, I don't mean to dismiss it like that, but there's a whole lot of letters. We're standing up against the rights of people, individual people, actually living people. The Christian right was going up against beliefs. And that's the thing that I find so difficult that people don't get. You can believe whatever you want, but when your beliefs start infringing on the rights of people's lives, that's an issue. And I don't see how people just don't get that. You don't have to agree with people. You don't have to like whatever. But people have rights, and you should respect their rights. No matter what you believe, people still have rights. And those same rights that people try to take, if suppose they came along and because you're fat, you can't get married, or you can't eat what you want because you're too light-skinned, or because you're white, you can't do X, Y, and Z. It's the same thing. Other people trying to control your life. And this is where the whole voting thing comes in. Y'all see these laws and stuff like that, and a lot of times people are silent because it doesn't affect them directly. But the reality is, as the saying goes, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And once we allow folk to just do whatever, then it becomes a mess. And it's only a matter of time before your number, your thing, your issue is called into question, and people are going to try to take your right away from you. Keep that in mind.